Knowing where you've been often helps shape where you're going. It's notions like that that have helped shape the annual city celebration known as River Rendezvous.
We've been going on for about 15 years. The point of River Rendezvous is it is a living history festival that is designed to provide an opportunity for school kids from Bloomington all throughout the metro area, an opportunity to learn a lot about history and tie it in with the teachers, tie it in with their curriculums.
And what better way to learn about the city's heritage than to see it demonstrated right before your eyes? Students grades 4th through 6th actually see how people living in Minnesota during the 1800s flourished, from their jobs to their food to how they had fun back then. And when asked what the favorite station seemed to be, Morrison was stumped.
It seems like all kids like something different. Some love blacksmithing, some love to do work on woodworking.
River Rendezvous essentially takes over Pond Dakota Mission Park for the week the celebration is scheduled for each fall. But the location for the event itself is no accident. This park has a significant history all of its own.
One of the most historic spots actually in early Minnesota history, because it's on the site of a Dakota mission from the 1840s and leading up to around 1850. And just down the road, there's the Gideon and Agnes Pond house, where it's built 1858. It's one of the oldest houses in the state, actually.
Some demonstrators have been reenacting at River Rendezvous for years, like Wally Hunter. He's been an actor in the event for 13 years, and when asked what keeps him coming back,
I guess the love of history. My great-grandfather's blacksmith shop was still in the family when I was a kid. And I remember playing in it because I was fascinated by all the wheels and everything that worked together to make something else happen.
In fact, his forge and many of his tools have been passed down to him from his great-grandfather. To Wally, making an impression on the young minds that pass through this park is all he can hope to do.
300 years ago, when the trappers and the blacksmiths came into this area, it was a virgin wilderness. The Native Americans had been here for thousands of years, but they didn't change anything. It was the grass, the trees, the water, and the wildlife. And there were no gravel roads, no Fauché Tower, no 35W. And they never think about this, It's just kind of a wild concept to them.
A field trip for students, a unique lesson on Minnesota heritage, and if you ask the students, this is far from their typical classroom history lesson.
Well, they're actually showing you things that you can't really see back then because they're telling you and not showing you things that you can't go back in time and see.
Feels like you just went in a time machine to 18th century and you get to learn a lot of things that you never knew.
Linking residents to Bloomington's past, River Rendezvous 2012 is now in the books. Until next year.